Hi everyone, and welcome to the 2022 New South Wales State Bouldering Championships. I'm Matthias Brachensveders, and this is Roxy Perry.
Hello!
We'll be your hosts tonight, and we'll also be joined by Chase Gatland in a bit. So right now they are bringing out our competitors, the women first. We already have Siobhan Dobby, Raf Widget. Oh, actually everyone's up. So that again was Siobhan, Raf, Rose, Judith, Emma, and Maya.
Next out is Dylan Parks
We've got William Frost Foster, Dylan Parks,
from Victoria,
Campbell Harrison from Victoria,
local favourite
Liam Healy, Tom Farrell,
and qualifying in first place, Hugo Honshaw.
and lucky last, Hugo Hornshaw.
On the judges' call, they're going to get a couple of minutes viewing time for each boulder.
All right, the competitors are about to go into viewing time, so they'll get 2 minutes to look at each climb collectively, and then the format today is World Cup, so they'll get 4 minutes per boulder. Everyone will come out, have the attempts on the boulder, and then they'll go back into ISO. They'll rinse and repeat for the next 3 there. So we've got 4 in total for the men and women. The women are starting in the middle on this red number. So looks pretty tricky. What do you think about this one, Roxy?
Looks fun. Well, they all do.
Yep.
It looks like a really crimpy start into a bit of sort of pinchy action and then through some volumes. Definitely a bit of a risky throw at the top, I reckon.
You think so? Yeah. Okay. So it could be a real exciting one. Good starter.
Yeah, or just a little scary anyway.
Yeah, definitely. The walls here are pretty high, and the setters seem to be really using the full extent of them.
Yeah, especially on that little nose point thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very high up.
The men here, M1 on these black and orange Dual-Tex Rock City holds and features. So Rock City is our hold Spencer for this final. We have this boulder, and then we have women's boulder, I think, number 3. So thank you to them. While waiting, I'm going to shout out our other sponsors. So our naming sponsor is Mountain Equipment. We also have Scarpa, Snap, and Rock City. And then we have supporting sponsors, Move Clinic, that did a lot of the physio and talking to the athletes on the weekend. And we also have Awesome Woodies, which is supplying a bunch of great prizes. So you see here the athletes talking to each other, miming out the moves. It's always a good song and dance.
It's always a bit of an interesting one as well, like deciding how much you want to share with other athletes,
Oh,
or
for
if
sure.
you're going to get kind of thrown off by talking to other people, or if you want to follow your own process.
How often does your beta match the beta of the others?
I think generally everyone's got a pretty similar idea, but it's a little different, I guess. You sort of think of like 1 or 2 things that are a bit different, like, oh, I might try and chuck a toe here or something.
Yeah.
And like, but more or less everyone's pretty like switched to the same path, I think.
Yeah, fair. I think on these climbs, it looks like they've really tried to force the sequences. And I think that's kind of what's going on with, or where competition bouldering is going.
Yeah, and I think especially in this format where they do get to look at it and read it and that sort of thing and spend a bit of time thinking about it, they know what they're going to come out to. Often they are a little bit more sequence dependent than in the 5-on-5 off round where you're just like thrown at a boulder and it's like figure it out. And if you don't, like it can be make or break. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
While they're looking, so the men, their second climb is honestly an awful looking slab. It's on the right of your, the right of the left field. Everything is Dual-Tex. Everything is a jib. A jib is just a small hold that's got 1 or 2 screws, or it's a feature that's completely blank.
Yeah, I was going to say, but if there's no Dual-Tex jib, it's just straight up volume.
Yeah, it's This looks spicy. I think establishing is going to be hard, and then there's a kind of traverse or dynamic move into the corner. But again, should be something to test the skills out.
Yeah, it'll be like, especially as the second boulder, it's like they've settled in a little bit, but I mean, if they're feeling a bit nervous after the first one, definitely going to get thrown off on that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the capitalizing that on with the women over there, so they've got a very slabby number. A lot of vertical crimping, and then looks like the last move as well is a bit spicy.
Yeah, I know a lot of thought goes into the order of the boulders and trying to make the athletes feel a certain way, not just confuse them or throw them out physically. It's very much about emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
Format.
So how long have you been competing for?
Gosh, I don't even know. I'd have to ask Campbell that one. Since probably 2010-ish.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I
So
reckon.
12 years. Yep.
Yeah.
So lots of emotions.
Yeah, plenty. And it doesn't get easier for some reason. I don't know.
Wild.
Wow. I've seen the sport change and develop quite a lot over that time. Since I was a little youth C kid, I think.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah.
You see, that's under 10? No.
Oh,
Young.
yes. Somewhere around there. I don't
Yeah,
know.
right,
Little.
okay.
I can't keep up with them anymore.
Fair enough.
Literally.
You're based in Hobart still?
Yeah.
Yep. And you set, you coach, you manage, you do it all.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Yeah. At the moment, I'm head sitting at Rocket.
Yep.
We're also in the process of opening a second gym,
Awesome.
which will hopefully happen before the end of the year.
Oh, exciting. Wow.
But yeah, coaching and training,
Cool.
all of the above.
So definitely you've felt the emotions and you've also caused a lot of emotions.
Yes. Yes, which kind of makes it more fun, I think.
Yeah. I definitely feel like having a setting background going into a comp helps a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, you just learn so much about what the set is trying to make you feel or do, and you can really, like, put that behind you after the first boulder.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So the men are now looking at Boulder 3, as are the women, and they've just finished, but the men's pink looks like you have to climb.
That's
Might
the one
sound
down
a
the
bit more
back.
basic, but basically it will test their technique and their ability to, I guess, move accurately between holds.
Yeah.
Whereas the women's, they were in a dihedral, a lot of pressing on features.
Yeah.
This boulder in front of us, men's number 4, the purple one, I think it looks like one of the hardest comp boulders I've seen. Not a lot going on in terms of good holds. We've got a lot of dual texture holds. We've got a lot of really big holds with not much space on them to grab.
It's definitely going to be one that you want to have a lot of energy left for, and especially going from like that sort of steep, precise, powerful into that last one, which is also like very pulley and compression.
Yep.
I think if anyone burns a few attempts on that pink, they're going to be feeling it on the last one.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another thing the setters are intentionally trying to do is either make people tired when they don't have to be, or test the climber's ability to know when to stop. So to be just happy with a bonus, or even and then be fresh enough to get, the bonus or the top on the next problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can really be crafty.
Which is interesting, actually, looking at that purple, the zone appears to be quite close to the top.
Yeah, it's
So
basically one hold down.
It's also a good indicator that it's like, it's not over till it's over. There's
Yeah.
really like, whatever how many moves there are, they're going to be hard.
Oh, no, definitely. The finisher for the women looks amazing, honestly. It's on these dual texture black blue pill holds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
definitely one that you want to have a bit of power left.
Yeah.
A little bit coordinated, I think, and just holding it together at the top on those little blocked crims.
Mm-hmm. Seems like with the progression of the sport, it's basically from like last year or the year before to this year, it's the same sort of moves, but now you just have to do it on steeper terrain.
Yeah. Yeah. Or everything's just blocked.
Or everything's blocked. Or they've just taken out your feet or something.
Yeah.
You do like a coordination move, but it's now campusing instead of what it used to be.
That's true.
So the competitors have gone back into isolation. The setters are making the final touches. And they'll be out shortly.
Woohoo.
And just to recap, the setters, your setting team are Jack, Sam, Yossi, Amanda, and Victor. Jack is, of course, the manager of 9 Degrees. Sam is a head setter at a lot of the 9 Degrees gyms. Amanda and Yossi are from Skyward. And Victor is our international guest setter. So bringing a lot of expertise in himself as well.
Judges ready for pose 1. Athletes ready. All right.
Here we go.
Yay.
Open out. Siobhan Doby and William Frost Foster.
First out, Siobhan Doby and William Frost Foster.
Everyone knows where they're heading.
Just heading into the screen now.
All right, athletes ready, judges ready. 3, 2, 1, and go.
And they're off.
Nice.
At the bottom of your screen, you see the timer. It is a 4 minutes flat format. So regardless of where they are, if they are still climbing, if they time down to 4 minutes, down to 0 from 4 minutes, that's it. They have to jump off. Super tricky first move for the women. So a couple of attempts for Siobhan. William doing well to establish. And didn't quite make the zone just then.
Come on, Siobhan. Give it some power.
Yeah, it's a brutal zone on the men's there, actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so strong.
Nice.
Open 3 on that. And campusing in.
It's
That's
nice
not
to
easy
see
to do.
that sort of power on the women's,
Yeah.
especially like straight up.
Oh, this is so good. I was honestly worried that they'd overcook that start. Oh, and he's come through feet first. Is this going to be our first top for the men?
Hopefully. Not over till it's over. Actually, it's another one where the zone looks to be quite close to the top, but
Yeah.
still got a few more moves to pull there. It looks quite boxy.
Mm-hmm. Swapping over. Interesting. And mantling up. And he's going for the last hold. You can't see it, but he's going to probably grab it. Gaston. Here it is. Very good second
Good
attempt.
2 minutes left. Half your time still.
So I read this boulder as being more of a triple clutch, like paddle dyno to the zone. But we were thinking about, if it was possible to go foot first, and yeah, I guess it is.
I suppose it is. It's an interesting one though. If you go foot first, you don't actually get the zone. So Even if you come through in that direction, you still have to turn around to get the points and then come back again. So
Exactly, yeah.
if the setters plan that, it's definitely brutal.
Yeah.
Siobhan's back up on that red.
Come on, Siobhan.
Doing really well. Oh, getting all pretzeled. Here's the knee. Oh, can she get that knee in?
Oh,
And she does.
come on.
Alrighty. Moving through.
No. Oh,
So
definitely
close to the
committing
top. She's
last
really
move.
fighting.
Come on, Siobhan.
Yes. Here we go. First top for Siobhan.
Great job.
Solid. What a good first problem.
She's definitely got a good bit of strength behind her, that girl does.
Both athletes going good, I believe. We're going to welcome our next athletes, Dylan Parks and Raph Widget.
Dylan Parks and Raph Widget are out now.
Judges, you ready?
Alrighty.
Athletes ready, steady, go.
And they're off. Alrighty. Here goes Dylan, just hanging around, trying to generate. There it is, straight to the zone on his flash.
That was very pretty.
That was very pretty. And now very intense.
There is that sort of undercling on the right side too, potentially. It's a bit of a pullover and then like hit.
Oh,
Or not.
deep shoulder.
Oh.
Oh. Very close there. So that's more what I read on this boulder.
Heaps of time left. 3 minutes still on the clock.
That was a very strong first attempt from Dylan.
Yeah, that was very stylish.
So I know that there are no scores being updated on the stream currently, so we'll try to keep things up with you as frequently as possible. Will took 2 attempts to the zone.
Come on, Raph. Come on.
Dylan took 1.
And Siobhan's on zone in 3, top in 4. Just a
So
couple goes on that first move for her.
in this format, the most important things are completing a boulder, getting to the halfway point or the zone, then the number of attempts it took you to get to the top, and then the number of attempts it took you to get to the zone. So if there's any kind of tie-breaking situation needed, it'll first go to the top zones and then the attempts. And then if that's all the same, we'll go back into their ranking from qualifiers.
Yeah. Which fortunately everyone is split, so they have that.
Oh, that's good qualifiers then. And she's doing it again.
Oh, Raph seems to be getting that first jump, but it's the second campus move.
The
that's-
campus in.
Yeah.
Oh, here he goes. Yes. Oh, so close. So a bit of background for Dylan. He just recently came 26th at the Youth World Championship in Dallas. He's also our current speed champ for his age group.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's got many talents.
Yeah. Yeah, that attempt there, he came at it a little bit more statically, a bit more stable to it, and definitely looked better. Looks like kind of wriggle into the position and then just block it off. And
super intense shoulder move. So good.
I can't imagine that last hold is very good. Oh, he
I love
makes that
watching
jump
this
look
move.
so good.
Yeah. It's really nice to watch people climb things well.
Yeah.
He's just out of gas. That was good. So 3 attempts in 4 minutes. Look, it'll get you. Raf is back on into
Give
the
it
first
one
hold
more.
and just can't quite get to the second.
Yeah, once Siobhan hit that first move, she just made that next bit look
Oh,
pretty
it looked
cruisy. I kind of
so
underestimated
chill,
a bit.
All right, now we have Campbell and Rose. So Campbell, of course, has been in Europe, in Austria, Switzerland, and France, doing both lead and Boulder World Cups. And now he's back for the local circuit.
Yeah, smashing them out.
And Rose easily into the zone now. Campbell as well, both making them look quite easy. Rose just campus the next part. Oh, and Campbell's off.
Yeah, Rose just walked up the powerful sort of test piece in the women's yesterday.
Yeah,
like everyone was struggling at the start.
This
and
is
she made it
wild.
look
This
easy.
is a very easy
Just like
flash.
this one.
Look, I wasn't really surprised.
Yep.
She climbed attack mode last year. I think so. It's a 32 down in narrow.
Yeah.
That Angie did, what, 2 days ago as well?
Yep.
Yep.
Hot off the press.
So super strong outdoor rock climber and clearly a super strong indoor climber.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that compares on the sort of slabbier, compier, coordinated stuff. But that straight up pulling made it look breezy. I mean, not saying that she can't do the other stuff. She obviously can. Campbell's definitely got some good strategy under his belt, like rather than just getting on and on and on. You know, you can see he's got that comp experience to
definitely.
rest up and make good decisions.
Definitely, like, the more comps you do, the more you learn kind of what you actually need to do.
Yep. Better it is to just,
Oh, he's on.
prioritize your attempts rather
sure.
than just throw yourself at them.
Ooh. So slightly different beta to what we've seen. Actually, different to both others.
Yeah, true.
Dylan matched the hold and then went double.
Yeah.
Campbell's going for what I thought was the original
What you
beta.
read.
Yeah. And, keeps it. How good. All right. Here he goes.
That last
So-
hold can't be good.
No, so it's a small, real small crimp, a little bit in cut. But that second last hold, that Rock City dual text volume, that's on a Rock City dual text volume, it's a sloper. It's not good.
Left. Make it really nice and Campbell. Come on, Campbell.
25 seconds left. Oh, and he's up. Rosie's standing up, cheering him on. Roxy, sorry. Damn. Okay, so Campbell will finish this boulder having flashed the zone.
Yeah. So still a good stance to be in if, no tops so far. So zone in 1 is next best thing, really.
Pretty much.
All right, judges ready. Athletes ready. 3, 2,
Here we have
1, go.
Liam Healy and Judith Carroll. So both New South Wales locals. Liam is, of course, the head setter at St. Peter's Climbing Gym. You may have seen Judith on Ninja Warrior for 1, 2, or 3 seasons. Oh, there he is. Also feeling how bad that hold is.
Piece of strength from both athletes.
Grabbing it as an underclean. Yep. Here he goes, really fighting, really pushing. And there it is. It's not over yet. And that's a flash for Liam.
Locked it in.
Our first flash for the men. Our first top. Judith coming up to the last hold. Easy.
Smooth.
A very quick round.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's took 1:20 in total.
Athletes out. Tom Farrell and
Getting it
Emma
done.
Warren.
Yeah.
Staples of New South Wales come second.
I always feel like you make a bit of a connection with the person that you're coming out with, because
Oh, definitely.
usually sitting next to them for a little while, getting all nervous.
Mhm.
Sometimes you get to watch them.
Judges ready.
Here we have Tom and Emma.
3, 2, 1, go.
Tom has been doing this for as long as I can remember. He is, one of the Australian institutions.
Probably make the same comment about Emma, I reckon.
Yeah,
Yep.
she was there at my first comp.
Same.
Just off the second move, and likewise for Tom. Emma is, of course, the manager of Nomad Boulder Gym in Annandale. She also helped organize this competition. Just having a few issues matching in.
It's nice to see this sort of jump start working for all different heights, though.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
At a glance, I wondered if Emma would be able to reach that higher hand off the ground, but it doesn't look like it.
I did also think that with Emma and Judith. I was like, they have a clear advantage, but
Yeah.
I think the setters have done really well mixing the styles. So if you got the really strong fingers, and you love campsing, you'll love the second move.
True that.
So both competitors having a little bit of trouble. They're both seasoned enough to know what they need to do.
Definitely some different styles going on in both of these boulders, where it's like just because you can't do the start doesn't mean you won't find the top really easy, or vice versa. I know Emma would just eat up those pinches.
Wild fall from Tom. That was great.
Still got just under 2 minutes. That's enough time to figure something out.
Here goes Emma.
Come on, Tom.
Tom getting established. So the other competitors kind of broke this move down a bit more. They did the first move and then generated out of a campus, which will naturally have a little bit less power and momentum to actually stop. So I think Tom's beta is helping get there, but then it's really tricky to actually pause on that bonus hold.
Yeah, he's really flying at that zone. I mean, it's a bit of a sketchy number from the start, like getting on and establishing.
Oh, the
That's
overhead
not
palm
even-
press. Oh, so close.
30 seconds left.
Come on, Emma. Oh, Tom off again.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard on the fingers as well if you don't lock that start in quickly,
I think-
like just
yeah.
jumping at those little edges
Okay.
over and over. I think Emma's fingers are going to be feeling it after that one.
Definitely. Okay, so no bonuses or no zones, sorry, for either.
True. Just unpredictable, really, this
Yeah,
round.
it's
The last two flashes, and then followed by no points.
Honestly, I'm glad I'm not a betting man.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, you couldn't do it in climbing. It's, yeah,
Not these days.
3, 2,
no.
1, go.
All right, we have Hugo, who qualified in first.
Yeah, with what, 4 flashes straight off the bat in quals, was it?
He did really well.
Very unflashable looking boulders for the men's too. It was he certainly switched it on.
He flashed 4 of the 5. It took 3 attempts to do the run on the 5th qualifier,
Yeah, right.
but then did the mantle first shot. So, oh, he's looking for the foot first option.
Oh yeah. And Maya was the only female to top all 5 boulders in
An
qualies.
absolute machine.
15 years old,
Yep.
coming in hot, I would say. Definitely
that,
one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I read that she's won, or she's been national champion for her age group for the last 5 years in a row. And now
Yep.
she's finally old enough to compete in
Taking on
adult
opens.
events.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise actually. I didn't realize she was opens level yet.
Clearly
But here
is.
she is.
Yeah. So cruising the start,
Good fight though.
really fighting on this end. It's well,
She's very
fighting
diverse.
until she shook both hands.
Yeah.
Very,
Little
very
one hand swing around.
easy.
Check with the judges. Hugo's still going for this sort of static approach.
Yeah. Oh,
There's a little bit of a swing there.
that was pretty similar to Campbell's beta.
Bit of both.
All right. 1 minute 40 to go.
Oh, there it is.
By his fingernails. Can he top it up? Experiencing how bad that second last hold is. .25 seconds left. Also comes into it. Yes.
Holding it together.
Here he goes.
This will be his last shot, I reckon. Oh no.
Just couldn't quite lock deep enough. So we have, I believe, four tops for the women and one for the men.
Yeah. Couple flashes too in the women's. So.
All right, back to the beginning of the running order. We've got William Foster and Siobhan Dobie.
So currently Maya is in first, followed by Rose.
Then Judith and Siobhan.
And Judith and Siobhan.
Beautiful black slick Jules X Rock City Halls.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch, but Judith didn't flash that. She must have blown an attempt earlier down.
Yeah. Sorry, there's just so much excitement here.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, we have William Foster on the slab. Really delicate footwork here. I'm sitting basically 90 degrees perpendicular and I can't see those footholds. They are really flat. And I've got 20/20 vision.
It's interesting to see the arete being used properly as well, rather than
Oh.
just black taped and don't touch it.
Yeah, exactly. So normally black tape means that you can't use whatever is past the black tape. Whoa. Saves it. So he's standing on a blocked dual text foothold.
It's definitely not the climb to have the shakes on.
No. Oh, fully trusting, and
Oh.
he's just come off a little bit.
Foot got hooked on the sign too.
Siobhan looking at her problem. Of course, on those Rock City volumes.
Every time I hear Roxy.
Roxy Perry is also sponsoring the finals.
Yep. Roxy Volumes, baby.
Roxy volumes, baby. Will pulling on again.
These sort of slabby ones can be surprisingly draining too. Like you kind of look at them and you're like, oh yeah, it's like standing and balancing, but you can really get down and just be like, I'm done. I just
Yeah, but it's just standing.
I know, right? So much. I think out of everything yesterday, my one toe is so sore from standing on a jib on that slab.
I know the feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Siobhan making decent headway through women's number 2. So she's got the zone. She's just trying to get this transition. Yeah. Oh.
Siobhan was also at a couple Boulder World Cups earlier this year.
She was. She went to Salt Lake City. Meanwhile, Will is on the Australian National Bouldering Development Team and also came second in the New South Wales Youth A League Champs.
Yeah, it's pretty high caliber at these ones. Little
Yeah.
New South Wales State. They don't mess around.
No, they don't. You can see why.
Yeah.
I mean, basically everyone's a double-digit boulderer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is or has been on the Australian team at some point.
Yep. Or is about to.
About to, yeah. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Siobhan looking
Oh.
good. No.
On the second last hole, but just unable to keep going. With 10 seconds left, that's probably it. So slabs, not a lot of attempts because she spends so much time just trying to balance.
The black photo right down the end, Dylan.
we have Dylan and Raph, I believe.
Okay, so Siobhan got zone in 1 on that.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. So again, that's the next best thing to topping.
True. Raph making good headway early.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't score anything on that first one, so hopefully it comes together for her.
Mm-hmm. Dylan slapping his way up the arete. Oof. This camera angle really shows you what they're dealing with. Good stuff. It's really leaning back. So Raph has got the bonus. She's moving through. Dylan's just off now. And so is Raph. 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, we've essentially got the same view of that men's boulder as the live stream, and those holds don't look any better up close.
Which is not good. Raph making her way through to the zone again.
Yeah, this little spin around the volumes here looks pretty wrestly.
Mm-hmm. So, Dylan's just coming out too far from the wall. So the thing with slabs, trying to keep your body and your center of gravity close to the wall the whole time. So we have, with the men's, terrible tiny feet and basically no hands.
Yep.
So one way to make it hard. And for the women, we have this almost like negative space in front of their hips with that volume pushing them out. So they have to smear, but then they also have to be real close.
Yeah, and it's tricky because those volumes are, obviously very sloped. So as soon as you add the crimps, the air bearing down on it almost takes the weight back off the feet, which you kind of don't want because you need that pressure to keep the feet on.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you throw in that sort of movement of pulling around the volumes, and it, kind of spits you off.
Good fight from Raph, though. Oh, Dylan trying the step through.
Yeah, getting a bit dynamic there.
It could be. That's just how you have to do it.
Yeah.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that is what they want.
Yeah, get up, get scared, then jump into a corner.
Sounds like bouldering.
We love that.
Oh, he's going to go for it again, I think. Oh. And that's what's hard about moving dynamically into a corner.
Yep. Yeah, it was interesting. I was just having a conversation with Campbell about what shoes to wear when you're on a slab climb, because you've got that soft shoe option, which are great on volumes, but so often they'll just put like one jib or one little thing that you definitely need to edge on.
Yep.
And it just like completely destroys the idea of wearing something soft.
Yep.
And then you got this combination where you need to edge, and then all you want to do is wear your soft stuff for the volumes.
I think it used to be more simple. They'd give you smears, or they'd give you something to edge on.
Yeah.
This combination, I'm not sure about it. It's like you used to just get a dyno, and now it's a dyno into a mantle, or vice versa.
Yep. Crimpy campus into pinches.
Yep. With knee bars.
Yep.
Alright, so both established. And Rose just coming off on the bonus. Campbell's making his way up.
Looking all right.
Eyeing down the move to the left. Oh, able to take his hands off, but not quite for long enough yet.
Yeah, you really got to find that balance point.
Not really trusting his foot.
I mean, I wouldn't be, but...
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was powerful.
Oh, that was a good attempt. I often find standing is the hardest part of climbing.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my many weaknesses.
Yeah. Get off the hangboard.
Never.
So the setters will try really hard to emphasize different climbers' strengths and weaknesses. So if you can do a cream campus, can you also do the slab? Can you also do the dyno?
Yeah.
Can you do the techie mantle or like use your toes or heels? I think we've got a decent mix of styles
Looks
here.
like a good variety. Yeah, I found quals yesterday were a pretty good mix too.
Awesome.
Yeah, they really threw it all in there. Which I think, like, obviously climbers like Maya really stood out with just that ability to
Just
kind
destroyed
of
it.
just hit up everything. You know,
Yeah.
like some people are doing this one, some people are doing this one, and she was just like, I'll just do them all.
Because
You know?
you were saying Rose was the other, so I believe Maya and Rose topped the fourth boulder, the purple.
Yeah. Yep.
I saw a lot of the field not being able to start the first move.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, Rose made it look pretty easy actually.
Awesome.
But then, yeah, I don't know how her sort of slab compy coordinated skills compare.
Yep. Slab back on Campbell back on the slab.
Slab
Slab's
back on
not
the Campbell.
Oh! That looks like that's how you want to do it.
Yep, he's going to be rushing a little bit with the 40 seconds to go. Rose is getting through this. That's not what you want to hear at the start of a slab.
Definitely not.
30 seconds. Not when it's as delicate and balancy as this.
Both giving it one last go. So I think Campbell leaned out a little bit too far last time. And he's just, you can see that him leaning towards his left as he puts his left foot on.
Yeah, I'm all too familiar with that feeling of figuring it out in the last like 30 seconds. Pretty much was my entire round yesterday.
And out now we have Liam and Judith.
Athletes ready? 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, Judith jumped onto the climbing scene because we're in the same age group through youth. Joined us in Youth B and just instantly started crushing all of us. Very naturally talented, that one. I think in her first year of competing, she went to World Youth
Yep. Great.
with a few of us.
I think Liam also just leaning out too far. But Judith coming through the bonus now.
Oh, smooth.
Oh.
So strong.
So good. Here we go.
Brutal.
This will be
It's not
a
over yet.
flash. There it is.
Yes.
That's 2 tops from Judith.
That was some fine footwork. That little
was great.
step through for the balance at the end.
Amazing.
Really smooth.
The first time I climbed with her was at like St. Peter's, and she walked up a couple 27s and 28s, and I was just like, okay,
Are you good at this? Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
Liam.
cool. It's nice to see her back in comps as well. She kind of stopped competing for a little
Yeah.
while, various reasons, I believe, but yeah,
Alright.
super fun. Oh,
Liam's so comfortable up there. Yeah, I say comfortable. Relatively.
yeah, I mean, you're never comfortable on a slab corner.
It's just not a thing. It's not a thing that happens. You know, I think the more that people climb on these holds, the worse they get.
Getting, as in just lots of chalk and spooge and
Yeah, so especially that dual text footer that they're all standing on the feature, that's a lot of people just standing, warming it up, smearing on it.
it's a bit of a gamble. I mean, it's not, you can't really strategize where you place going into finals because obviously the goal is to just make finals.
And
but sometimes if you are in that lower, you know, coming out earlier can be a little bit of an advantage for fresher holds. Not sitting there listening to everyone topping in front of you and then
There is that. So
Or
the
not topping.
competitors are in isolation. So we've got basically them in a separate area. They can't see the boulders. They can't see anyone else climb them, but they can hear. They can hear the crowd. So if someone tops, you know.
yeah. You usually have a pretty good idea of where you're standing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, everyone reacts differently too. You hear someone top and, oh, there we go. Just like that.
And there you go. That's the rest of the field heard that.
For sure.
So that is Liam on 2 tops now,
Yeah.
which puts him pretty fairly in the lead right now.
Yep. Yeah. Which, yeah, I mean, some people hear that and they go, oh, cool, it's possible. And some people hear it, they go, oh, no, they topped on it. I don't know, I won't be able to do it.
Yeah. I really have to pull this out
yeah,
right now.
like, just makes you more nervous.
Yep. Okay, so Emma and Tom back out.
Judges, are you guys ready? Athletes, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and go.
So, on top of being on the Australian national bouldering team this year, Emma also set at the World Cup round at Salt Lake City,
Yep.
or one of them.
Yeah,
So-
pretty phenomenal. Which I think also forfeited her ability to compete
It did. So,
internationally.
international rules, you can't be competing in the same circuit as one that you set on, which makes sense for
Totally
a lot of
checks
reasons.
out.
And
It's a hard call to make.
Oh, so close to flashing that on his first attempt.
Yeah, definitely pieced out that beta nice and quick. You know, like you can see he knows what he's got to do. It's not a guessing game.
He's climbed a slab before.
Let's just get it done.
And Emma just off after the zone.
Wisely going for the brush.
Yeah, again, pulling down on those crimps after sort of trying that start on the red quite a few times could be affecting her a little bit.
Yeah, so definitely on top of, from a scoring perspective, flashing is great. We love to get things done first shot. But the quicker you get the previous problem done, the more energy you have, the more skin you have, probably the more willing you are to try really hard.
Yeah. And often more rest. I mean, whoa. Yeah.
He just disappeared out of our sight.
And we're
and
in
out of
front of
frame.
it. Yeah. I mean, in a 5-on, 5-off, a flash equals a lot more rest too, which would be good. Can also be not good if you cool down too much.
True.
But really, a rest time in this round is just dependent on how well everybody else does. They'll speed through it.
Speaking of conditions, though, pretty nice tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. I mean, I'm a Taswegian, so yeah, being up here yesterday, I definitely felt the heat, which seems like a ridiculous thing to say. Yeah, I was sweating up a storm. Good practice for Jakarta.
And what's happening there, Roxy?
With Jakarta?
Yeah.
So I've been kind of struggled to make it to any of the World Cups this year. Jakarta being the last possible one to go to, so I was qualified, but just struggled a little bit to make it overseas. So yeah,
Everything's just really expensive right now.
super expensive. Yep.
That's why Campbell's wrapped up his season as well. It was
Yeah, so originally Campbell and I had this plan to go to Jakarta via New South Wales State. He's since bailed on me, but for good reason.
no shade, Campbell.
No, it's totally fine. I mean, he's already been to a few World Cups this year as well, so he's got a bit under his belt, just putting the money towards more next year.
Yeah.
Whereas last comp hadn't made it to any, and I was like, we're doing it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super exciting.
Yeah, it's good. So it's nice to do a bit of competing in some warmer weather. Yeah, definitely got my lead hat switched on at the moment though. So this was just a good bit of headspace and, training. I mean, training for nationals too, doing this one.
So, just a small recap. That was a zone for Emma and Tom, but no tops.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Maya and Hugo. Here they go. So, climbing being a relatively young sport in Australia, the athletes don't receive a great deal of financial support for traveling, and us generally being so far away from every other country in the world, it gets pretty costly. So it's definitely great that we have such good sponsors at events.
Yep. Yeah, I was very close to going to Copa and Edinburgh this year.
Oh, right,
for the
okay.
Lead World Cups. But in the end, it was flights were ridiculous. It's going to be out, $5 or $6 grand just for flights.
Just for flights for basically 4 days of competing all up.
Exactly. I mean, it's always worth it. But you still got to have the money to start with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Jakarta, a bit closer, a bit cheaper once you're there too.
Oh, awesome. That's going to be great.
Yeah. Ooh, here comes Maya.
Making her way through.
Yeah, I think getting that foot first might be a good call.
Yeah, so she can really rock on her. Oh, she's out. Hugo up halfway again. Oh,
Nice.
that is a dirty foot match.
Trying to find the one part of that foothold that you can sort of stand on. Come on, Hugo. Come on.
You always know that the footholds are bad when the head setter. Was Jack the head setter today?
I think it was Yossi.
It was Yossi.
Yeah.
My mistake, sorry. But when the setters are saying that they're trying to find the best part of a footer, and that footer is 3 centimeters and dual text.
Yeah, I felt me some of that yesterday.
Yeah. So, just in case our viewers at home don't know what dual text is, basically dual textured. You've got a grippy part, and you'll have a very shiny part, which is basically like smooth plastic.
Often completely unusable.
Yep.
Yep.
And the emotion it strikes in me is fear. and uncertainty.
Oh, well, especially on feet.
Yeah.
And hands, you're like, okay, I can't use that bit. Feet,
With
you're like,
hands,
I'm going to
frustration.
die. Oh, and to transition from standing on the dual techs into like full commitment on volumes, like it's such a mind game as well.
Yep, and up high.
Oh, here comes Maya.
Oh, Maya just falling off, about to touch the last hole, but not
Yeah,
right
I
there.
mean, Judith flashed it, or did it quickly through that section, but it definitely still looked pretty spicy at the top there. And it, like, when she threw out to that top move, it was like, fingertips. It wasn't a giveaway, so it doesn't surprise me that others are struggling with that top section.
For sure.
20 seconds.
Oh, going for a hand.
Hugo going for the whole hand walk down.
That's somehow
Getting
scarier.
fully
Oh, but almost worked.
Wow.
Oh, here comes Maya. 10 seconds to go.
Can she pull it out? Oh.
You're in strife when the commentator starts counting down.
Oh, rough stuff.
Nothing more stressful.
That's what I want when I'm finishing a slab.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after this round, we have Judith with 2 tops.
Yeah.
And Liam with 2 tops.
Yeah. So the women's are looking at Judith, Maya, then Siobhan for our top 3 so far. Men's Liam, Dylan, Campbell. But still, 2 tops from Liam and no tops across the board.
And 2 zones for the next 4 competitors.
Yep.
So that's, I think if I
Right.
that's quite a difference.
Yeah, so Campbell and Will are currently tied on the finals boulders, but split on the countback qualification.
Okay.
Which does show the importance of that qualification round too. It really can come back to bite you.
Yep, definitely.
We've all been there.
Indeed. So for our viewers, if you've just joined us, welcome to the 2022 New South Wales State Bouldering Championship. Our main sponsor is Mountain Equipment. We also have Scarpa, Snap, and we have Rock City. Not Roxy, Rock City.
Every time.
Sponsoring our finals. So they've supplied the holds for 2 of the boulders. And then we also have the supporting sponsors, Move Clinic, which are the in-house physios at 9 Degrees Waterloo, which is where this event is being held. And also we have Awesome Woodies, which have given us some great prizes. So the setters here have been working basically since before Wednesday, taking down all the holds, putting up all the finals climbs, putting up all the qualifiers for so many categories. It's so much work. They've done such a good job. All right, William starting on men's number 3, the pink, and Siobhan on women's number 3, which is literally just features. There are no holds or screw-on holds at all on this climb. Now the pink, basically they've slotted everything. So they've given you a hold and then they've either blocked it or they've left just a 1 centimeter gap for your fingers to go in. So you have to be, and they're both off. Really, really accurate and really technical on this. And with what Roxy was saying before, you kind of want to save your juice for the next one as well. Pretty similar style.
Which they will be thinking about a little bit, I reckon, especially as their time gets towards the end. The difference between trying that pink one more time and topping the purple the next boulder could be a very fine line to walk and or to
100%.
climb, I guess. But yeah, the power of a blocker can certainly do a lot. Throw you off
Wild.
completely with accuracy.
Honestly, yeah, if this climb, if you just didn't have the blockers, miles easier.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising how often we overshoot holds. And even just that mental game of like knowing that you have to hit it absolutely spot on can completely throw you off. Sometimes to the point where it like blocks the way you actually hold the hold too. Like forces you into a drag, or blocks part of the hold itself.
Siobhan making her way up. So they've made a chimney, a dihedral out of these features. So basically you're not pulling at all today, you're just pushing. The right face, so basically all the holds on the right are on a slight overhang. And actually, all the holds on the left are on a slight overhang too. So this is what I was talking about with a combined styles, because offwidths or this kind of dihedral type climbing, it's not particularly new, but I think what is new is that now they just give it to you on steep terrain.
Yeah, true. Well, I guess, the girls have definitely had a good test at the moment with their straight up pulling power into the most delicate, slippery, risky slab, and now just full body compression, tension, standing on the volumes.
Yeah.
Bit of, route reading and stuff thrown in there, and you got a good round.
There's such a lot of planning that goes into making these climbs to specifically test these things.
Yeah.
Make them climbable, but not too climbable. Basically, the perfect result of a bouldering round is every boulder gets topped, but not necessarily by the same people.
Exactly. Sometimes comes back to bite you though when that happens. You've got this whole mix of tops going on, and then all of a sudden 4 people are tied, but on different boulders. It's like you did too good of a job.
Yep.
You did so good that everyone's tied again. But even deciding which hold is going to be the zone. Something as simple as that.
Good effort from Will and Siobhan.
A lot of work. A lot of work, yeah.
It's tricky.
Alright, judges, you ready? Athletes, you ready? 3, 2, 1, and go.
Alright, Dylan and Raf. As you can see, Dylan has brought out his towel. That World Cup experience coming into play. So,
yeah, it's interesting. The towel isn't used as often on carpeted mats because they kind of clean your shoes off a little bit. You can give them a wipe before you get on, but sometimes it does just get super chalky, and it can be a bit of a confidence thing too, being able to wipe your shoes off on your own thing.
yeah, I definitely think there's that like habit formation of you put your towel down, you give your wipe, you have your go.
Yep.
Doing really well, both of them. All right, Raf has bonus. Zone.
Yeah, here's that style points coming out. Hey.
That's Ninja Warrior for you. And Dylan has got the zone as well. Raf appears to be resting. Dylan's off. Can she stand up and twist out of this? It looks
just
like she'll be
the whole
possible.
way, this boulder.
There it is. She's done it. Crowd loving it. So that's now 1 top for Raf.
Yeah.
Throwing her back into the mix.
Certainly does. Siobhan, who topped the first one, didn't top the second or the third. So then, when it really does, it's like everyone's kind of topped 1 so far, puts it back, everyone's in the game.
I think Judith will also find this one okay.
Yeah. I mean, she made pretty light work of that second one, actually. It's a very...
we got food coming. All right. Dylan crushing it here at 9 degrees Waterloo.
Come on, Dylan. Come on, single out here. Come on.
Yeah, so Will got that zone in 4.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on, Dylan.
Oh, moving through the next slotted hold. And again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and there he goes. He's got it.
Nice.
Yes. Well done, Dylan.
I don't know if you can really see it on the live stream, but that top hold as well, you've got the pink bar with the volume over it. But in the slot between it, it's actually blocked to the left and the right as well. So
Yeah, I did
there's
see that,
only
yeah.
one like very specific spot you can grab that last hold. So
Yep.
especially once you're throwing like quite wildly at it, you still have to be super specific. It's not a giveaway for sure.
No way. They basically have given you a hold and have blocked off more than 3/4 of it.
Yeah. Like, here's this nice big hold that you can actually only hold one very small part of.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine from underneath as well, it's probably not super obvious where that good spot is. So it definitely comes down to a bit of route reading as well before you get on it.
Come on, Campbell. Come on, guys.
Campbell
It's definitely
up
seems
very
like
quick.
more of Campbell's style.
Oh, moving very easily through these crimps.
Oh, easy. Oh, no, that was my fault.
That's on us. That's that
Oops.
commentator's curse.
Sorry,
I was about to
Campbell.
say how I saw him like do a one-arm hang on a 12 mil edge with like 12 kilos or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, or 25. That was something ridiculous.
It did look a little surprising. It looked a bit almost dry fiery sort
Yeah.
of vibes there, though. I don't know if that was.
Yeah, you see him brushing up the holes. I think potentially he was too casual.
Maybe too easy for him. Had to throw something into the mix.
That's look. The setters will do that on purpose as well. They'll make things too easy, just to throw you off.
I mean, I don't think this is one of those, but on account of all of the blocked holds.
Yeah, and the results we've had so far on it.
Yeah.
Come on, Rose.
Rose on again, established.
Figure our way through this 3D cryptic old 20
Into the push again. A bit higher than last time. Good stuff. In Campbell having a strategic break.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those boulders that's very, especially for Campbell, given how far he got. You know, he knows what to do, probably doesn't need to change a whole lot, just needs to make sure that he can get there again. So it kind of makes
Exactly,
sense to run down the clock a little bit, make sure you rest. Again, it comes back to that experience of knowing that if you just jump straight back on, you actually might be worse off than if you wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure you're nice and recovered for it. Really smooth through that start section though.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So
light work
smooth
at
through
that
the
zone
section.
bump.
All right, here he goes.
Oh no!
And just off again on his second attempt.
That was that blocked hold.
Yep.
It looked like he just kind of hit a volume before the actual pinch there, and
Yep.
it's
So-
super accurate as your sort of feet are coming off and you're pulling through.
So not only is this volume on top of the last hold directly above the last hold, but it also comes out further from the wall. So the trajectory of your hand has to be more like a stab into the slot. You can't dunk this hold.
Yeah, it can't come over at all. And it's on an overhang, which just makes the angle even worse.
So if in doubt, put it on an overhang.
30 seconds.
So now we're going to see Campbell go beast mode.
Yep, it's moving quick. I mean, knows
Yeah.
what to do. It's just get it done, really.
Oh,
Hey!
There was a
I
bit
know,
of a
it
shake.
almost looked like he did it again, but
Yeah.
just not quite as badly, and really locked it in.
And so
Not badly, sorry, that sounded brutal. There's a bit of a fumble, but locked it in.
our second top of the pink. So
Nice.
Campbell is now
Just bringing it up, actually.
solidly in third. So it was between him and Will before.
Oh, was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, sorry. It is still just loading on the results, though, for an exact position, but Will didn't top it. The top was from Dylan, so that will separate Campbell and Will.
That will separate them, yeah. All right, here comes Liam, who
Has topped 2 thus far. Only one to top the first 2.
Liam trained for this comp by sending a couple of 13s down in Grampians and Arapalis this season. 13/14. Both quite high up. Liam with 2 minutes to go. Judith has secured the zone.
Oh, Judith's tackling this one a little differently than Raf, but
Here's
I
Liam
mean, you said
eyeing up
she'd
the
go
last
alright on it, and
move.
so far so good.
Oh, Liam just dropping the last
Oh,
move.
Judith is dropping the other way to Raf,
So swapping over.
possibly making it
Judith's
work
a bit
though.
taller.
Oh.
And just overbalanced.
Yeah, that was a very different beta to Raf's top, actually. Maybe she'll find a sweeter position for that match. Raf was very comfortable by the time she actually found the spot where she was going to match from. She was quite stable and in control. So I think it's finding that sweet spot, really. It's like a lot of work, and then like, oh, hey, I can match now.
Yeah, I think patience is overrated. Not overrated, underrated.
I was like, what? That doesn't make sense.
It's the opposite of what we just said. Underrated in climbing. So take your time with resting, finding the position, finishing the move.
Brush your holds.
Yes, brush the holds. Everyone listening, brush your holds.
Oh man, I think sometimes brushing is just a good way to actually make yourself stop. If you're one of those people that just gets on and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop and brush and think about this a little bit more. And
give yourself a break.
just going back to this sort of right-leaning position.
Getting that drop
She
knee
can get
in.
that foot
Yes. Super intense. Really reaching up.
Really
Oh,
going
this
for that
is-
press.
Oh, that back foot just slipping off.
Yeah, I really reckon that's about finding that position, that no hands almost. But I've seen her do some pretty wild stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if she pulls it off this way.
Yeah. Liam, here he goes.
Having just jetted off the top.
All right.
It's there again.
Oh.
Took a little bit of a foot pop there.
I feel that Campbell. My memory could be. I could be wrong on this. I feel like Campbell was jumping off a left toe, and Liam's got his left heel on still. So to generate, it's taking like a little bit more. Oh, we've actually got a video. No, I was completely wrong. Campbell just does he change to a toe? No.
Yeah, he's got that left heel on still.
Left heel, right toe.
Right into the slot. Just absolute beast mode.
Judith unable to get to her previous high point, but trying again with 15 seconds. Liam.
Oh, it definitely gets a bit stressy when you've got kind of enough, but not quite enough time.
Yep.
Oh,
Liam eyeing up the last hold. And he gets it, of course he does.
Oh.
What? Oh! We don't think that will count for Judith. So, to get the score, you need to show control. And control is generally judged as about 3 seconds, around about, of holding a hold or touching a hold.
Attention on the hold at F3. We're going to blood rule. Can we get
Oh, we have a bit of blood on the features, so a bit of a delay in the next few people coming on. Whether that was from Judith.
Or Judith noticed it. It's, yeah, it's definitely something that an athlete can call a technical on straight away if they see it,
Yep.
for obvious reasons.
Oh, and it's back to us.
Oh, I'm fixing my headset. Hello, everybody.
So, if you're just joining us, my name's Matthias Brad-McSvitis.
I'm Roxy. Roxy.
Rox.
Perry.
Just Roxy.
Just Roxy. Rock City, actually. No.
Rock City. Oh, dear. Thanks for tuning in. We are here at 9 Degrees Waterloo in Sydney at the 2022 New South Wales.
ACT.
ACT. Oh, I'm so sorry, ACT. I always do this because I live in Sydney, I guess.
that's
New South
fair.
Wales ACT State Bouldering Championships. So we do have athletes from all over competing, but only those from New South Wales and ACT actually qualify for nationals through this event.
Correct.
So every state has a quota of about 8 or 9 people.
Yeah, around about there. I'm not actually sure what the exact numbers are. I think it changes between states depending on your performance. So
Fair.
I think New South Wales ACT actually have a few more than states like Tassie who have. We don't have as many
Okay.
competitors, so we don't have as many places,
That makes
and
sense.
therefore less quota.
Fair.
But yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah. So then, basically, anyone that's made it in this final, so that's from New South Wales or ACT, they should be a shoe-in for the
Yeah.
for nationals.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So Emma making her way through the dihedral there. She has the bonus, so she's made a move off it. That counts as control. So it's hard with these holds that you don't actually pull on to show that you're using it, because sometimes you can just be balancing there and you're not really doing much. Into the close opposition there with that drop knee. So can she get her right foot further out? Oh, we're almost there.
Yeah, see, she's got that left drop knee. Oh, and she's going for the right.
She's going for the Judith drop.
Oh,
come on.
savage. Oh, hey.
There we go. Emma has topped. Was that a flash?
Was it?
Could be.
Well, she touched the hole and then came off.
Oh, it's either a flash or it's a second go.
Flash or a
Her
second?
leg off the ground.
Okay,
Oh,
she
she didn't get a
leave
second
the
leg.
ground. It was a...
Look, that
Kind
should
of
be.
missed the bottom of it, actually.
Stick with us. Oh. And Tom just coming off that second hold.
1 minute and 45 seconds.
Tom just resting.
Which one's on them? That's what they can say. This one's pretty early. Take it. I reckon just keep it a secret, so you don't get people being like, oh.
1 minute left.
1 minute left for Tom here. Did you have the wins? Because now that Emma's topped as well. Now she's in third place, huh? So your current rankings, we have Judith, then Maya, and Emma in third for the women.
Keeping in mind that Maya hasn't come out for the third boulder yet. So once she does that one, it could still change.
Yep.
Well, if she tops it, it will definitely change up the order a little bit, depending on attempts. Judith having topped 2. Maya didn't secure the second one. She was very close.
If Maya flashes this, then she'll be in first, with one problem to go.
Second shot 2 actually should be tied with Judith, which would then put her into first on countback.
Oh, true.
So,
But she,
so flash or a second would still have her in first. But first tied with Judith if it's second
True.
shot,
True,
so
true.
then split on countback.
and we have Hugo on with the toe hook beta. So we didn't see Tom use that, or Liam for that matter. They did very dynamic, almost like a drive-by into that cut. Hugo going for the further crimp.
Come on, Hugo.
Is he going to drop back down? No, he's not.
Come on, Hugo.
And he's using a toe on a blocked edge.
Ooh.
So that was also blocked. Oh, he's found the jib to heel on.
Still
Maya
a tricky heel.
is up. They're both eyeing up the last hold. And there's the flash from Maya.
Quick from
Impressive.
Maya. So yeah, that slots Maya back into first position.
Woof. So in this entire competition, she's been on 8 climbs so far, and she's top 7 of them.
Correct.
33 seconds left on the clock.
Not a bad run.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. For someone who has not competed in the open field very much.
Yes. That's good. There's a good more than a couple years ahead then.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, she was also at World Youth Championships earlier this year and
She was as well.
made semi-finals in lead,
Wow.
which is cool. Also her first World Youth.
Amazing. And she's also coached by Campbell.
Yes, yes. I think she's got one or two coaches under her belt, but Campbell is definitely one of them.
Oh, good.
I think that shows through a little bit with her, obviously, skill set and strategy and all of the above.
Look, if you want to climb well, look to people that climb well.
This is
Right?
true.
Look to people with this experience.
Yeah. Words of wisdom right there.
It seems obvious, but yeah, seek those people out. Indoors, outdoors. They can really help level up your game, as we're seeing here. So just less than a minute left on men's boulder number 3 at the New South Wales ACT 2022 State Bouldering Championships at 9 Degrees Waterloo in Sydney.
Yeah, so Hugo definitely be chasing this top right now.
He's off just before the zone with 20 seconds. He's calling it. So this is what we were talking about, the tactical call to stop trying so that you have juice for the next climb.
Yep, exactly. And I mean, 20 seconds as well. It's kind of like, is it possible to even get to the top in
it's
that
super hard.
time? And you do see people that are a bit more novice and they just get on and get on and get on. And you got 5 seconds left and they're like, one more shot.
Yep. I've definitely been encouraged by the crowd, where you're like, I'm done, I'm not going to try again, I'm going to be tactical, and then people are yelling and cheering, and you're like, actually, okay. And then you don't get any better. And
Which is interesting, though. You see those strategies change quite dramatically on the last Boulder. Because they're not trying to save. They don't want to leave anything left on the mats. It's like, give it everything. And sometimes, there are those silly attempts where there's 5 seconds to go and they go, oh, what the hell, like one more shot.
You want to put on a good show.
Exactly. When you got nothing else, take it as training, if anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so what we have here, so we got 2 different ways for you to feel tired, basically. We've got the men's one, which just looks really thuggy and just like it will waste every last bit of energy they have. And the women's, if they don't get it quickly, they're going to be spending a lot of energy just getting up there and jumping and jumping and jumping.
Yeah, and the other thing that they'll feel, especially on that black by the looks of it, is their skin. So, I mean, we've already been pulled up on some blood on the walls. Mm-hmm. That means, skin's getting a little bit thin out there, and something that, these big slopey textured, and they're jumping, and it's just a skin burner for sure, really quickly. So if we see any taped fingers out there, they're in for a treat.
All right. Will pulling on and Siobhan up as well. Siobhan's off, just starting to generate that move. Will crushing it. Up. Honestly, quite easily.
Yeah, looking super solid. It's definitely going to be just a straight up
down
hold
to the
it
zone.
together.
Yeah. Oh, that was a very good attempt from Will. How many times can he try it in the allotted time? I think everyone's first attempt almost has to be their best attempt on this.
It's going to be very, very burly. It's interesting looking at those holds too, because some of them are quite big, but they're still super precise. There's like, I've seen a bit of dual text, some where the part that's actually good is only in one very particular spot. So it's, you're throwing and slapping, but you're still precise. And that
and
cross
Siobhan
looked pretty brutal, actually.
Will back on for his second attempt. Siobhan on for her third. Trying something different, but just not there yet. Will with a foot slip. So all the footholds on this are dual text, because of course they are.
Yeah, why not? I don't think they had enough of it yet, so thought they just throw a little bit more in.
Look, it's nice to set in a family as well.
This is true. This is true.
This is the first state comp that a 9 Degrees gym has held in Sydney, I do believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I've definitely never competed at them. Any of them?
Look, I'm vibing the climbs. I think they're...
It's been a really nice hold selection.
Yeah.
Good walls. Good variety.
Shout out to Rock City holds.
Again, I was like, Roxy holds? What?
Shout out
to
to Snap.
problem.
But yeah, this is the first one I've been to, I've seen, and it's a great wall for it.
Oh, just starting to piece that together now.
Yeah, unlocking it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that eagerness to just, I feed it out, get straight back on again.
Yeah. This one was let's brush it. Let's put some chalk on.
Yeah. And it is, you're on that last boulder and all you want to do is just get on, and it's almost a bit of a trap.
Damn, that was so close.
Yeah,
Oh,
there'll be a few more attempts here for Siobhan, hopefully.
Coming out a little bit
Getting
too far.
so close, though.
I don't think she's chalking up.
No, she's really at that point where it's just got to come together.
Oh, I mean, you got 10 seconds left. You may as well just keep trying.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh!
Painfully close.
I don't think you can get any closer without doing that. I really don't want anyone to prove me wrong.
Super interesting seeing the strategy from her first attempt to the last.
Yep.
So this will be interesting. Dylan and Campbell are currently same number of tops, but split. Dylan is one attempt ahead, so that puts him in second.
One attempt on tops or bonuses? Sorry, zones.
Actually, both. So they both have one top 3 zones. Dylan is one attempt ahead on both top and zone.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be really close, especially if they both top this. It's going to come down to the attempts. Yeah.
That's tricky. And so I think we have a bit of blood. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
So we've got a little
looks
bit of
like
blood
it.
on the black. To be expected. It's they've been climbing all day yesterday, climbing all day today, having multiple attempts.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said before, I'm really not surprised to see that happen on that climb, especially just jumping and whipping. I mean, I don't know how many attempts in total Siobhan had there, but she was definitely catching that hold a lot of times. Yeah.
I think, look, we say that, you should give a little bit of a rest and stuff, but I think with dyno sometimes you almost that recency of movement, you kind of learn it better and better sometimes. And if you rapid fire it, sometimes it works.
Yeah, really. I mean, I guess it comes down to the question of why you're not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because you're just powered out and, you need to rest up and just kind of save that, you know exactly what you have to do, but you just have to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it figuring it out? In Siobhan's case, it definitely looked a little bit more like figuring out what you're supposed to do. So I think making those decisions to get on a few more times probably made sense.
Yep.
The difference between that first go of almost kind of trying to static it originally. To those final goes where she was nearly there and just absolutely throwing and jumping and
that full commit.
Yeah, so I mean, if someone reads it differently or figures out that sort of dynamic throw coordinate a bit sooner, they might not be throwing at it as many times.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's more like, okay, save skin, save the power, and then smash it out.
Smash it out.
But we'll see. Maybe everyone's got to do a bit of figuring out on this one. I know I would be.
I love this climb. It looks great. Oh, also trying to almost jump out of her left toe.
Straight away looking at her skin too. So it's going to be another.
It's rough.
Another spicy one.
So Dylan back on.
Again, Dylan and Campbell being very close.
So attempts will really matter here. Oh.
I mean, I'm probably a little bit biased having known Campbell for a very long time. I'm pretty good friends with him. But I do feel like this might be a bit more up his alley. This style looks very Campbell-esque. Lots of heels and throwing, plenty of power, steep. I mean, I guess I just don't know Dylan's style as well, so I'm not saying he's not there either. Just know Campbell a little bit better.
Yeah, fair. Oof.
Looks like
Raf straight off.
Sort of.
Just a bit of a slip.
Yeah. Kind of getting the picture with the jump, though, I think.
So Dylan just came off touching the zone, but attempting to reach the zone from a full 2 holds lower than where Will got it from.
It's always tricky with when the field's this close and it really comes down to the style and, it's anyone's game. Someone can come out and make something look so easy and you're like, oh, it's a softer one, or this is the one that they'll all do, and then the next person comes out and just, climbs it completely differently.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the joys of the sport, though, really, isn't it?
That's basically what I was thinking. I saw this purple as potentially the hardest looking thing out of the 8.
Yep.
And then Will got on it, and I was like, oh, I was wrong. That's my bad.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, oh, yeah, maybe it's up there.
Like, six place out, just got to, like, basically going to the second last hole. We're fine. Like, yeah, and then, I mean, time will tell.
Yeah.
But this is, yeah, it's a hard boulder.
Perhaps not going for the zone this time. Oh, no, still wants it.
Super close. Come on, Raph. 1 minute to go.
1
Down
minute to
the
go.
This is when that strategy really comes into play, because all you can think about is how badly you want to just keep getting on, especially on the last boulder. And yeah, making those smart decisions to not get flustered. You know, I think that throw to the undercling, that was something that Siobhan was missing. She was catching that foot, but it looked very open. You know, some super power kick going on there to hold that tension, I think. Whereas if you can coordinate that undercling, I think you'd be set up a lot better for holding that.
Yeah, you get to pull up against the push of
Yeah,
your foot.
yeah. I mean, Siobhan looked very close to sticking it, though, in that other way. This sort of double-handed throw out looks like the way to go, I reckon.
6, 5, 4.
Oh, that was so close. So the angle we have of it, we're pretty side on, but I think that's basically what the setters want. So they wanted the double clutch up and then the foot stab with at least one hand getting that undercling.
Yep.
And I think if you slow down that movement, so you spend as much time on that second hold as possible, so that your body weight comes onto that foot, and then you're like closer back into the wall by the time you're grabbing it, versus letting go of your base and like latching for it when you're swinging out. I think that's just what we saw here.
It's almost a double movement.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a catch, and then it's a swing down and land. But yeah, getting that all together in a very short amount of time.
Here we go. Campbell's pulling on for the first time on Boulder 4.
See if it lives up to what I thought
going
would
up,
be
going down, going back
a
up.
Campbell style climb.
And coming into the hole.
Yeah, he's read that pretty quick.
There he is, flashing the zone. And this separates him from Dylan now.
Yeah, correct.
Is he going to top it? Looking really strong. Come on, Campbell.
Trying to figure out those feet.
Come on.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
There it is. Campbell
Amazing.
flashes, Boulder 4.
So good.
So, Roxy does know him.
I do.
Turns out it was a very Campbell climb.
Oh, like I saw those heels pulling, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, that was very close for Rose.
Those purple balls, they're super deep too. They look a lot more shallow from here, especially on the screen. But I saw them putting them up. I mean, you know, I could fit inside one of them. They stick out real far. So I think that was definitely pretty obvious on the last move. It's not just a, you know, pull and go. It's like you're really trying to get around that final bulge. It's pretty head gamey too. And you're tired and you're right at the top there.
Now, I know that Campbell is often, well, I've talked to him a few times, and he's said that committing to these last moves can be like very mental, very intense for him, and he sometimes finds it hard to commit. So that was great.
Yeah, and you almost saw a bit of hesitation with that sort of foot swap at the top and trying to really get set up for it. But yeah, I think it's definitely one of those things, the more you think about it, the harder it gets. straight away. It's really like you get there, you have to make that decision, you have to go. And it's definitely something I'm working on at the moment. That fast decision making and just,
Oh, for
you know.
sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's really good to see the setters training like the mental aspect, or challenging the mental aspect instead of just the physical attributes of the athletes here. Really cool. Oh, and she sticks it.
Oh, without the undercling.
Forget everything we were saying.
Yep, we were wrong about that one. Looks pretty badass though. I do wonder if that's what the setters intended.
Yeah. I love a high heel. Look at that.
Final crimps. Oh my
There
gosh.
it is.
Nice. That was so strong.
Good to see.
Absolutely minced them.
So that was
Alright, next up we have Liam Healy.
very good top from Rose.
Yeah, it was very smooth.
Liam Healy and Judith Carroll making their way onto the mats.
Alright, judges, are you ready? Athletes in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yes, again, Judith and Maya
Judith straight on
are
and straight off.
pretty close at the moment, both with two tops on different boulders too. So they've definitely got different styles. That looked like a very good first attempt from Judith. Second attempt. Sorry, missed the first one entirely. My bad.
It looks like that third hold, that big dual text, is getting quite bad. Liam just coming off it on his first attempt. Oh, Judith really slapping that undercling. We heard that sound from here. Here he goes.
Liam making light work.
Oh, and just not getting his heel to stay.
Yeah, he kind of overshot that left hand, which again I think comes back to those balls being so far out from the wall and just not quite being able to see where you're supposed to hit. It's like, you know there's a hole there, but how far around is it?
Yep. And what they've done as well, they've given you a slopey dual text crimp, but they've put it on like around the bulge of this feature so that it becomes more positive. I'm not going to say it's positive, but it becomes a better hold than it otherwise is. Oh, holy. Again, that's as close as you can get without singing it. Oh, this is a great move.
Yeah,
I believe this is a Jack special.
Vibing that was more of the intended, and Rose just absolutely base moded it.
Yeah.
Base moded, that's a new word.
That's good.
Moded.
Oh. Liam pulling on again.
Yeah, I think this might be a point for Judith where it's less about the repetition now and more about that resting and executing. Might see her like take a bit of a rest.
Liam doing better. Now he's into the zone.
Giving us time to watch Liam.
So Liam doesn't need to top this to win. Oh my goodness.
She's
Judith
flying
moving
off
so
that too. That's
so
amazing.
powerfully.
Just like absolutely 100% into that move.
Amazing. So where a top here would really help solidify. Or actually, Maya is currently beating.
Maya is, yeah. So both on two tops, but Judith is just a little bit behind on attempts here.
So this top would be really important. Oh, she's done it! She's done it with the 1, 2, 3, 4. If she can top this, the pressure will be on for Maya coming out next. Liam,
I mean,
of course.
even the zone puts her ahead of Maya.
Yep. Oh, opting. Oh, goodness.
Those crimps look very tiny. This is confusing.
This is very taxing, Beta.
Amazing, 24 seconds left. Come on, Liam.
Oh, the pressure is on. Judith knows she can do this move now. Liam just climbing for fun. He is on 3 tops. No one can touch him.
I mean, the other thing is Emma's on 1 attempt, but, you know, it's still open for her to top this
It
as
is
well.
as well.
Oh, sorry,
It's very close.
1 top was what I meant from Emma. So, 1
Emma
attempt.
has tried once tonight.
1 try only.
Rest of the time she hasn't actually been trying.
Just doing a little down situation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just coming to get my phone.
We've just got Campbell fresh off the press.
Do you want to interview Campbell?
We've just got Campbell Harrison coming in for a quick talk.
I
Hey
was
guys, how's it going?
wildly unprepared for this interview, but here we go. Guess the setters are cleaning off more blood and getting some more chalk on those holes. How was it, Campbell? How was the round?
Yeah, good. It was, I definitely think I expected to, have oh, sorry, I'm echoing a lot. I'm echoing in my own ear, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just like that.
You can hold it off your ears.
Yeah, sorry about
Yeah,
that little
that's fine.
technical
No,
difficulty.
you're good.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was a very, very powerful round. That was really evident from the beginning. And so I thought, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to suit me really well. And then some things just like weren't really coming together, like not getting the first boulder, dropping the last move on the second and third one, especially the third one. I was pretty annoyed because it really just felt very feasible when I did it. It just felt kind of unlucky. But I think in kind of a like very usual fashion, I took the like powerful lead climber block and was like, I got to do this. And yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was like, already knew that Liam had taken the win by the time we came out to that
Yep.
boulder. So it was like, got nothing to lose, but still like a lot to gain because we all knew that that block was just going to be super, super hard.
Yep. Yeah, it was interesting. I kind of had an inkling that that might have been a Campbell boulder. Actually, we were discussing this before you came out, and you honoured my opinion, which was really nice.
Yeah, it really like it's like compression, heel hooks, toe hooks, steep.
Yeah.
It
Right
it
up
was
your
very
alley.
much what I wanted. The last move was I was really not sure if that was going to come together.
Looked super spicy.
It's super pumpy. All of the holds are pretty bad.
Yep.
Especially like all those little jibs on the hemispheres are
Yep.
horrid. But then fortunately the last hold was not too bad. But it's like if you're
It seemed a bit blind coming around. Like, I think those bulges stick out quite a bit further than what they appear from over here.
Yeah, definitely blind. You haven't got great feet for it. It's good, but it's not a jug. Like I feel like holding the last hold was like as hard as the rest of the boulder. You really had to to be fresh enough and like switched on enough to squeeze it when you got there. But I thought it was a really fun set of blocks. It was.
How was the variety? It looked like they definitely mixed up quite a lot, even within the boulders. You had a bit of.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it was definitely a powerful round, but it wasn't straight power.
Yeah.
Everything had something else to it. Like the pink boulder was probably the most basic of all of them, but it still had that element of accuracy. Like everything was blocked. It was super tricky to place your feet. Like the purple, again, super powerful, but like very technical in a lot of ways as well. And then the other two was super cool. Like, really fun, quick, dynamic movement on the first boulder. Like, I think everyone was saying when they stuck it, it was kind of just like,
we're here.
I wasn't expecting that. And then, the purple was like a classic slab in a lot of ways. Super sketchy, but then it felt so easy once you figured out how to do it. I remember the first time I tried to step up onto that little blocked foothold, I was like so careful and cautious and it felt impossible. And then as soon as we were down to 30 seconds on the clock, it was the easiest thing
I
in the world.
definitely thought that. Like I saw everyone just getting way faster, way more confident on it towards the end, which
Yeah, but it was
cool
very
to see.
not only was it blocked, but like the piece of texture on it was probably smaller than like a 5-cent coin
Oh, nice.
and very flat.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you for the quick, speedy interview there. Looks like the climbers are just starting again, so we'll probably flick back to Tom and Emma. TS is getting back in the game. Thanks, Campbell.
Thanks, Campbell, for that.
Spit him off. He left as quickly as he arrived.
And Tom going for the skip as well. It's only about, 6-7 inches further than the hold right next to it, but
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a spicy read. I mean, it's very common to want to, like, eyes on the prize. Like, go for that zone, get the points. And to have to move further away from it in order to get it. It's
Yep.
definitely a bit of a mind game.
Emma's last attempt on that looking pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a bit more suited to her than some of the other boulders.
Oh, for sure.
Really powerful and jumpy. And, just be Emma about it, really. And
I've seen her wrestle some slopers like no one's business.
look, I've definitely channeled my inner Emma a few times.
Oh, ignore me. Tom
Yeah, never
just
mind.
going big on everything. Here he goes. Oh,
Oh,
dry firing. Hitting himself in the chest.
rude.
That's how you know they're trying.
Yeah.
Yes, Emma sticking it. The quickest out of any competitor, I believe.
Yeah. Should be interesting. I'll have to double check the scores with her and Judith if she gets this top.
Judith's on 2 tops.
Yeah, and Emma's got 1
Yep.
so far, so it'll be attempts.
Come on, Emma.
Still got to lock in that top though, hey?
Ooh.
Again, Rose just making those top crimps.
Rose is
Look like nothing.
this one.
It's that whole misleading thing when somebody comes out and kind of walks something.
You can see how this is playing to people's styles. Emma doing this first part quite quick. But then, yeah, obviously what we just said.
Yep.
Rose just
Which was
moving
actually
down and making it look
having
good.
a conversation with Emma about this last night. The difference in styles within boulders. I mean, you never really want to do a super coordinated move only to be backed up by another super coordinated move.
Oh,
But, if that coordination is your strength, it can be a bit heartbreaking to then be slammed with something super accurate or precise finger strengthy straight after it.
and unfortunately, that's it for Emma.
Oh, such as bouldering.
Honestly, in terms of bouldering, for me, if it's one move, that's the whole climb. So it's one coordination move or dyno or something, love it. if they do one and then they do another one, mentally for me that's like, it's almost like this dread with the second move because you're like, I just did this thing that like I'm out of juice in this way.
Yeah. Well, it can be super brutal as well in this sort of format where you have such a limited amount of time. You finally figure something out and then it's, you still have to figure out this whole other section. It's not like you just have to buckle down and pull it. It's like, nope, you got to you got to start that process all over again.
Yep.
In 30 seconds.
Yep.
So I haven't climbed with Maya much at all, really, or competed with her, to be honest. So I'm not sure where her strengths lie, but based on all her climbing so far, I'm sure this won't be too much trouble for her.
Hugo making this look really nice. And dropping
Looking
in.
very nice.
Oh, just not tight enough. Oh my, yeah, almost splashing. Oh my God.
Get out.
I apologize to everyone.
I'll take it. Oh wow.
That was, seriously impressive stuff. I am keen to see how she gets on with the next section. Oh, so close. A little bit of like a knock on the foot of the top of the foot. Both competitors just taking a breath. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left of the final boulder, final competitors, and just not able to stick it. So I believe we can safely say she doesn't, similar to Liam, she doesn't need to top this. Oh, she sticks it, moving into the zone. There it is. Can she top this boulder to continue the dominance that has been her performance this comp? Here we go. Getting accurate into that slot crimp. Oh, choosing right foot. Just not able to stick it.
So much precision there.
Still a minute and 15 seconds on the clock. Possible to get these 2 boys done.
So scores haven't quite loaded, but I think that zone was crucial for her though. Because her and Judith had both topped 2. So as soon as Judith stuck that zone, I think it actually bumped her into first. So
There it is.
back on the Maya train.
She's done it once. She could do it again.
It's one of those.
Amazing. All right. Is she going to keep this left heel this time? Oh, she's going with the left hand.
Oh, what now?
Able to reverse it.
30 seconds, come on.
Oh, hitting with
Nice.
3 fingers.
Oh, come on.
There it is. That is the win.
Very smooth.
Great speed, great dismount.
10 seconds, come on, Hugo.
Hugo eyeing up. Yes, he's on the second last hold. There he goes.
9, 8,
Just scraping the top hold. That is his last attempt. That is the last climber. And thank you everyone for joining us. We will be out shortly with the podium and presentations. Bear with us. Thanks. to 9 Degrees, and especially 9 Degrees Boulder for putting this event on. Big thanks to Mountain Equipment, Scott, awesome.